Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest, building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
Valentine's Day is Friday. So there's this survey. Someone asked people to name the top things that might scare someone off early in a relationship. So I have the top things that might scare someone off early. And it's interesting because I didn't think about this. In fact, last night, I wish I would have been paying attention. My wife talks to all our kids every night. You know, like Dutch lives at the house, but Jake doesn't. And Kemp lives in Hawaii, and Kemp's got a girlfriend now. And they were talking about what he was getting her for Valentine's Day. And I kind of turned on, I was watching TV, so I didn't pay attention. Now, after seeing this list, I want to send it to him. But these are the top things that might scare off somebody. Posting too many photos of the two of you on social media could scare off your Valentine. Referring to their pet as our pet when talking to other people. Asking to leave a toothbrush at their place, but you just started hooking up. Getting upset if they don't respond to your text right away. Asking to meet their parents. God, I would never do that.
Even after the wedding.
Yeah. Calling them your soulmate. Telling other people you're a couple before you agreed on that term. Blurting out, I love you too soon. Talking about moving in together before you even seen the place. And this is the number one reason they say it can scare people off on Valentine's Day, is talking about baby names.
Oh, yeah.
About baby names. But also, this is number 11, but I think this one's important. Going too big on Valentine's Day was 11 on the list. But over half of single people think it's hard to strike the right balance on Valentine's Day early. So you want to do something, but you also don't want to do too much. Yeah. Right? Which is what I think my son Kemp... Man, I wish I would have paid attention to that phone call because I don't remember what he was doing.
Oh, so you have no idea what his price range, his level of lovey-dovey for the prizes?
I don't remember. It's like, I don't want to, I love my kids, but I don't need to talk to them all the time. And so my wife's on the phone and she'll be like, I'm watching TV and she's like, do you want to talk to Daddy? And she'll hand the phone over to me. I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk. You know what I mean?
It happens.
Like, I love you, man. I don't need to talk to you all the time. Make sure everything's good and you're healthy.
But if he's a Van Ness, he will do the bare minimum that a guy's supposed to do.
I hope so. I don't want to overdo it.
He's also related to Blake.
Yeah, I know.
Something
thank God.
and kind.
Thank God for her DNA. Thank God for her raising these kids because the good parts of them are from her. for sure. But what do you do for Valentine's Day, newlywed?
Actually, it's a little underwhelming, but we kind of already had to do it. We had to go out for Valentine's Day really early last Friday because I have overcommitted my schedule per usual. Last weekend I had that Scottsdale Community College, the music thing, and I hosted a late night talk show for our buddy George Norrie, and I'm doing it both nights, Friday and Saturday this weekend. So
you're going to be dead on Monday.
I know.
Well, it's a holiday Monday, right?
Yeah.
It's a holiday.
You're still going to be dead on Monday.
I may be, but I sleep sometimes. I don't need a lot. I just need what I'm not getting.
Wait, because that overnight show is over at what time?
3 a.m.
Oh,
and it's
my God.
all the way live.
So you could just come right in here.
I could just come right in. Just hang out. Hit the shower, just refresh, and come on in.
Jeez.
So the thing is, though, I always pass the dates for approval by Stacy. She is the social director of the family. So I say, is it okay if I host these? And then she says yes, and I put them in the calendar, but she was still mad at me because I asked, and she said she didn't feel like she could say no. So it's still my fault that we don't have much of a Valentine's Day.
But if she says no,
if she
then
says
you have
no,
to tell the higher-ups no.
Then I say, yeah, well, I'm not available that day. I don't say
Do they
why.
get mad?
I don't say why.
Oh, okay.
I just say I'm not available.
You say you're not available that they accept it. They go, why? What are you doing?
My wife won't let me.
Stacy said no. Like, you guys might as well just text her because she gets. So we already did our Valentine's Day.
Okay. What about you, Kyle? Do you have Valentine's Day plans?
We have 2 kids flag football games. It's gonna be pretty romantic.
Peyton, you?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
We don't have any plans. I thought about doing dinner, but then I was like, I feel like everything will be just so crowded. So we'll probably just stay home and like order pizza and watch a movie. Make a bed on the floor.
That sounds
Chill.
kind of fun,
That's
actually.
cute.
Yeah, we'll hang out.
Because
I
the
like a
restaurants.
chill
Have some
Valentine's
drinks
Day.
at home. Yeah, because I used to be very much like, we need to go out. We have to do stuff. And now I'm like, it really is just us. Like, you know? So like, let's just hang out, just us two.
It's expensive when you go out, and it's probably a fixed menu where you don't really get to choose much anyway.
It's always packed, like,
Exactly.
beyond.
That's my problem, right? I just want to like be in and out.
Yeah.
So
Well, I can tell you where we went for Valentine's Day last Friday at 5 o'clock was not crowded at all.
yeah, John J, do you and Blake have any plans?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I mean, my son Kemp is flying in today from Hawaii.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, I'm not flying here. He's flying to Sacramento, and he's got games that we're going to go to. And I think, you know, I would assume that's our Valentine's Day.
What do you mean you would assume? Like,
I was just, as you
it's
asked
your
me,
job to plan.
as I'm answering, I'm realizing that the game's on Saturday. Valentine's Day's Friday.
Yeah, you gotta
So I
come up with a
gotta-
plan.
Do something.
Yeah, do something.
Every day with me is Valentine's Day.
Right.
Don't tell her that.
Yes, the joy and the
Romance.
no stress that you bring.
I want to get to a couple post Super Bowl things because, you know, so it was like the highest rated Super Bowl. And I feel like it is almost all the time. But the national anthem, we talked about the national anthem by John Batiste. It did not rank in the top 10 of all-time national
I
anthems.
thought it was really good, though.
It was good. It was good. It made my wife cry.
There have just been probably a lot of national anthems.
Yes, there has. In
Once you
fact,
get
I'm going to
Whitney.
go over some of these, see if you can guess which one. And there's 2 things. I'm going to go over count them down, but also see if you can guess who they are.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. That's number 8 on the all-time Super Bowl list. Who's this?
Mariah.
Ooh, Gal's good.
On fire right now.
Okay. That's number 7.
The John Legend.
Nope. Rich Neal.
Al Jarreau.
Nope. Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross.
Oh, man.
Luther Vandross.
He's smooth.
No? I'll give you a hint. We're giving away a
Kelly
trip to
Clarkson.
see her in Las Vegas.
I was gonna
about
guess
an hour
her,
and
but I
15
didn't
minutes from now.
know.
Hey, Kelly.
Kelly Clarkson's number 5.
Beyonce.
Beyonce. I love the national anthem because everyone's so concerned about Jose. This is number 3.
Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, she's
so
good.
This is the one that Travis Kelce says is the best of all time.
Chris Stapleton.
Yep.
That's last year.
Is that something that He said he wasn't going to do the national anthem anymore because there was too much pressure. He's
Yeah,
like, I
Stapleton
did it. I
rocked
did
that
the
one.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
After that, I'm good. I don't
That
need to
makes
do it
sense. This is the number 1 national anthem, best national anthem of all time.
Whitney Houston.
Yeah. Come on. Get out of the way, everybody.
That was 1991.
Crazy. She was just the best.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
I'm Molly Roberts.
And I'm Drew Goins. Each Friday on Impromptu, we talk through the questions we can't stop thinking about.
Do we need to rethink how much we drink?
Why are companies really asking workers to come back to the office?
Does boycotting a business actually work?
Should we quit social media?
We're here when the news gets personal and the headlines hit home.
Join Molly and me every Friday on Impromptu from Washington Post Opinions.
Find Impromptu wherever you get your podcasts.